up, you guys? It's me and Nala. Say hello. Say hi. Say hi. Besito, mommy. Oh, thank you. Okay. This video today is going to be about my breastfeeding experience. So Nyla was born November 29th of 2016. Let me start off by first telling you that I did not have any boobs. I was really flat-chested, and now I am again because I stopped breastfeeding, but I was like a negative A. Bruh. It's not as easy as it sounds. Like we think we're just going to put them on our breast. Anyways, I was saying we think it's easy. You're just gonna put them on your breast and vámonos, but it's not even the case. So, when she was born, you know, I didn't want formula, and they didn't give any pacifiers out. So when I filled out the information, I said no formula. So yeah, I struggled at the hospital. I tried the football position, the position over here, like I tried all of them, and it was really hard, but I kept trying, and eventually she latched on a little bit. It kept me at the hospital for a little, I think it was maybe 3 days, because they wanted to make sure she was eating enough before they sent us home. So then finally they said they gave us the okay, but once we got home, it's like she wouldn't latch on again, and I was like, no. So I would pump too and give her, and I would still try to latch her on, and she would drink a little bit of sips here and there. She would choke a lot, and it was really frustrating, guys. So I had to make an appointment with a lactation consultant or something like that, to where they give you more advice and they weigh her. And so we went. They made me feed her for like a certain amount of times, and then we waited. She pooped, they weighed her, and then so on and so forth. We did it about 3 times, I think. And so yeah, they did say that she was eating enough, so we were good to go. And I think 4 or 5 days after she was born, my nipples started getting TMI. They started like cracking and like bleeding, and I would just not want to feed her. I mean, I would still do it because of my grandma. If it wasn't for my grandma, I probably would have given up. But I would even go to the bathroom and like take my time, and she'd be like, la niña tiene hambre. So I'd have to be like, okay, I'll be right out. But it was just really hard for me, but I did it. So I breastfed her for 1.5 years, no formula. I would pump and freeze every now and then when I went back to school, but strictly breast milk. And she didn't really drink bottle that much. Like I said, only like a few hours while I was at school, like 1 or 2 hours. But other than that, she was always just exclusively breastfed, like straight from the boob. And that's one thing I wish I could go back and change. Like I would have kind of given her a little bit of formula, because when I did try to give it to her, it was a little too late. She did not want it. She would scream. So anyways, 1.5 years later, I was really ready to just stop breastfeeding. Like I was super exhausted, and it's hard work. It's really hard work. And I wanted to do the 2 years, but like I said, I was just kind of tired of it. And that's just the truth. She was constantly wanting to nurse. Literally feel like you're attached to this baby 24/7. And especially at night, people can just lift their boob up and just like fall asleep. I could not sleep. Like I could just feel her on my nipple, and I couldn't even move around. So to me, it was uncomfortable, but I dealt with it. So I didn't get much sleep. So anyways, I would try to cut her off. So during the day, she wouldn't nurse anymore, because I would go to school, and I would just come home and nurse her like at 8 o'clock, and then nurse her before bed. So she was strictly just at night, but she would wake up like every hour or two to eat. So I still wasn't getting my sleep. So finally I went to see about my tattoo removal. Went back to the room. The lady was like, oh, like we were about to start, and the lady was like, oh, I just saw that you still breastfeed. And I was like, yeah. She's like, well, unfortunately, you know, there's not a lot of research about it, so we don't do it if you're still nursing, only because, you know, we don't know the risks and whatever. So I was like kind of bummed out, but I was like, okay. So she's like, when you wean her off, you just give me a call. And I was like, you know what, this is a sign. It's time to wean her off. So that day I like cut her off like cold turkey, which was kind of a bad idea. I should have just read more into it, because, you know, I read about like just cutting down some nursing sessions or whatever, and I didn't know that. I just kind of just, like I said, I cut her off. So she would cry and cry at night. I tried to get up and give her a cup of milk and she would scream. And I almost wanted to give in, but I was like, no, no, no. So I would just give her the pacifier. She would be fine. In the mornings, she would kind of ask for it, but I would keep her distracted with something else. And it was all good and dandy. She eventually forgot about it. But then the problem was me. My breast started getting really engorged. Like I had, you know, the lumps and all of that, super painful. Like I would just feel so tired and sick. And I just would lay down. I tried the cabbage leaves. They kind of helped, you know, just because they were cold, but I don't think they did much to dry up the milk. I tried allergy medicine and whatever. I don't really know if that helped, but I was like that for almost 2 weeks, like just sick. I even got a rash all over my face, my legs. Now I don't know if that has to do with the weaning, but I wasn't doing anything different other than weaning Nyla off. So that was kind of weird. Some were telling me it could have been my hormone. I mean, I believe that. And I'll insert pictures in like a small clip of how my rash looked. It was really scary. So yeah, after that, the whole rash went away. My breast kind of went down. I still had little lumps here and there that hurt, but I would just massage them. I would run warm, like not hot water because that kind of brings the milk back. So I would just kind of rub a little bit of warm water here and there and just massage, and eventually dried up, and it's been awesome now. I have a little more freedom, not a lot, because you know I'm still a mom. She doesn't really like regular milk. She'll drink some almond milk, but she really likes the Pediasures, the strawberry flavored ones. So we give her that. I don't know if it's like not good for her, but it's been keeping her full and happy. So that's what we give her. She eats food, you know, all of that. So she stays full. So yeah, that's pretty much all. I think I would have done different is, like I said, actually researching about weaning instead of just cutting her off. It probably would have helped me not be in so much pain. But that's it. That's my experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Much love to everybody. Bye.